Hey, boys and girls. Well, it's been a time since I've had lunch at the clinic. I've been on a little vacation. Not really a vacation. I'll explain. But Mrs. Everyman packed me a lunch like she often does. And there you go. Fancy fruit. Now, I bought fancy fruit while I was on my vacation at this location down in Florida. And it says fancy fruit and meats. Now, I bought some fruit from them, but my advice to you would be not to buy meats from them. You just have to be there to understand what I'm talking about. But let's see what we got in my little Korean carry-all here. Let me show you how this works. I haven't shown this in a while, so there's my little container. Koreans love to take their breaks and their holidays and their lunches and go outside, and they love these little things that all stack together, and you can heat them up. Yeah, and today I have barbecued chicken with some yum yum sauce on it, and a few other things mixed in there. And looks like barbecued beans and bacon, ham with macaroni and cheese leftovers thrown in. Now, in my house, this is kind of the way we do things, because if we like food, it's all good. But this one reminds me of a guy I went to school with, a good friend of mine. And he was very picky. He came from a poor family like I did, but he was very picky about his food. Do you know guys like that? They don't want any of their food groups to touch one another. They want them separated and non-touching on the plate. And if he would see what I just saw in this with the beans thrown in with the macaroni, it would freak him out. So we were in grade school together, and we all ate at the cafeteria every day, and he always hated it. But he got to a point where he asked the principal if he could work in the cafeteria for one purpose, so that he could separate all of the things on his plate. The hamburger patty from the green beans, from the Brussels sprouts, from whatever. It didn't matter to him. He did not want anything to touch. Now, he was a pretty good eater. He'd eat all of it if it didn't touch. If it touched, it was another story. So you can imagine being young boys what we did. And yeah, we did it. We'd mess with him all the time. We'd reach over and put a green bean right in the middle of his pizza or something stupid like that. We always mess with him, but the moral of the story is David was his name. And David, if you're listening, hey, I didn't mean it. David became a preeminent urologist, a urological surgeon, yes, in our community. So David had a way of getting back at all of us eventually. I think he got to all of us eventually. So I would encourage you not to mess with the boys that might have that problem, or the girls that have that problem of not wanting their food to touch, and especially if they look like they might have the intellectual propensity to go on to become a surgeon of any kind of surgeon. So don't mess with that. But speaking of that, I went on a little vacation. I was going on a trip. Right before I went on a trip, I had a little accident. Or maybe I should say assident. So on one of our YouTube videos that's probably released in the last couple of days, you'll see me down by the river at our place and explaining about some of the edible plants that are in the river area. I sat on a stool, just a standard, simple little hunting stool, and it broke. It broke all at once, and I landed on the metal parts of the stool and broke my coccyx. For those of you who don't know, your coccyx is your tailbone, and it hurts like the dickens. And so I've been married to this donut pad for a couple of weeks now. So I guess the moral of the story today is be careful which of your friends you pick on, and be careful where you sit. All good things to remember. So I'm going to try to eat this mixed up food over here, and I hope you guys have a good lunch. We will talk to you later. Love you.